Okay, we are here. We are live. Hello, my friends. How are you today? We're doing this live and we are tired. We did not sleep very much last night. That is okay. I just wanted to say hi, see how you're doing, because I have been working a lot behind the scenes, but not really in front of the scenes. So I just want to tap in and say hello, check in with what you're working on, see if I can help in any way. Hey, Joe, welcome. Hi, Steph. Just hopping on for a quick little live today just to say hi. Tell me what your favorite singing moment of the week was. I would love to know. Mine, I have so many. There are so many incredible singers in my studio. One of my favorites was someone who came in and was singing, working on her mix and finding this place in her voice where she wasn't sure if she could hang on to the power. And we were working on it for like 45 minutes. And then like right before she left, she got it, nailed it a couple times, and then came back the next time and was like, I held on to it. I did it again. And I'm so proud of myself. And that feels really good. So good times in the studio, making people's voice feel closer to them and more trustworthy, and like they have more freedom and ability to hit the notes that they're wanting to hit. So that's really exciting. You get to sing 3-part harmony with 2 phenomenal singers at your church. That's fun. 3-part harmony is always a good time. I love that. Did you practice before you did it, or was it just a spontaneous kind of thing? Yeah. What else? What other? I want to hear everybody's best singing moments from the week this week. I don't really have anything I want to talk about specifically because something always comes up for me. But I mostly want to know, like, what are you grateful for in your voice? You know, fairly spontaneous. That's super cool. So often, especially when you are training as a singer, it's so easy to go straight to what went wrong, what you want to fix, what is not good enough yet. But I want us all to start training ourselves and our brain to, on purpose, first thing after you finish singing something is you go, wow, I loved the way I did that. I loved that note. I loved the way I sang that. I loved how much breath I still had. I loved how easy it felt in my voice, you know? So that is kind of what I want you to start doing. Grateful for grit. That's cool. Singing all the Wicked songs with my youngest. That's so fun. That is the best. I love how much kids are loving Wicked. New people who are discovering it for the first time. That's really exciting. And that you got to sing with your kids. That's really fun. I did watch a little bit of that video, but I want to go back and watch it fully later. Yes, really amazing. If you're just joining, we're talking about our favorite singing moments and being grateful for the parts in your voice that maybe you don't think about that often. The parts in your voice that you forget to be grateful for because we're so used to thinking about all the things that you could be doing better. This is something I do with my vocal magic students, is like the first thing we do when we hop on is we say, what are your wins, right? Like, and I've had coaches that did that for me, and that's why I do it now, because it's so easy to come to a session with your coach or with another singer and be like, man, I'm really struggling with my belt this week, or I've got a lot of phlegm, I don't like how my voice sounds, blah, 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 all the bad things. That's so easy to think about, and so that's where we go, first and foremost. Hey, Sammy. Welcome. We're learning how belting and shouting are similar. Yes, 100%. Yes, indeed. They are very similar. So we do that so easily, and we forget that there are good things that are happening in the same moments. There are good things, there are things that we intended to happen, and we executed them properly as we intended, but we don't notice those, right? We're like, oh yeah, that was supposed to happen. That's not, because we just gloss over them in our brains. So yeah, I want you to get into the practice of, I want us all to get into the practice of noticing the good things first. So tell me, come back here later and tell me when you practice today, what sounded good, what felt good, what went according to plan, what new exciting thing you experienced, what was your intention and how did that go for you, to change your intention, and what did it change for how you felt in your voice, instead of always thinking about or allowing yourself to focus on what needs to be fixed or what needs to be better constantly. You know? Oh, thank you. I love this purple tie-dye too. This is a very nerdy shirt. It's from this Dungeons and Dragons show that I watch on Dropout, called Dimension 20. Highly recommend. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I like watching comedians play it. It's a good time. Yeah, so that's all I got today. I'm very tired. So I didn't get much sleep, but I just want to say hi and connect with you all and see how you're doing. What are you working on? What's the coolest thing in your vocal life these days? Mixed voice fascinates me. It's good to see it too, even though I can only see your profile picture. Yes, the mixed voice is fascinating. I've been working on mix with a lot of people recently, and it's so fun to see it show up in different people's voices in different ways. And it's really, really cool because like I can feel it a certain way, I can describe it a certain way. And then somebody else who even has a similar voice type to me may not get that, right? They don't feel that, it doesn't compute in their brain voice connection. And so we'll try something different. We'll try a different metaphor, right? A different visualization. We'll try a different bodily connection point. We will try a different line in the song, a different vowel sometimes almost will open up something for somebody. A lot of times what I've been doing a lot with people is, instead of hyper fixating on the anatomy of the mix, which is helpful, don't get me wrong, it's helpful to know what's happening. I really love just getting into the emotion of it. And that is something that like acting coaches will do to like get you to be able to project more. Like it's not a matter of I gotta think through how to project. Like you are a human, you know how to get your sound to a person at a certain distance. So use that innate knowledge in your body, number one, but also don't just be a machine. You are a human with emotions, and this is a human instrument. So what emotion can we use to get into this? More often than not, songwriters put big belty notes on big emotional words. So if you're just trying to belt it from a technical standpoint, there's something missing, right? And you may be the best belter in the world, but that doesn't make that note interesting, you know? Or you're trying to work on your higher belt and you're not quite making it there, or it feels unstable, or it feels like it's coming up into your vocal muscles. You're doing a lot of over pushing or under fueling or something. Usually that's what it is for a lot of people. And so we bring the emotion into it, and all of a sudden that big mixy note feels a lot more natural in your body, because now you're just thinking about the desperation in the line that you're singing, or the longing, or the sadness. You know, like as humans we do such a good job of leaning into our emotions when we feel like we can, right? Like, I don't know if you've ever been so sad that you just like yell in between cries, you know? That's a thing that we do as humans. Or if you're so angry, somebody cut you off in traffic, you have no choice but to go, ah, right? You just open your mouth and you let out some nice loud sound. Or when you're so excited to see somebody you haven't seen in a while and you go, oh my gosh, right? That's one of my favorite ways to help people get into this mix, especially the excitement, because excitement makes higher sound usually in our voices, and that makes higher notes feel easier and lighter for us. So I don't know, this was a question. I just love talking about it. But yeah, if you're feeling like you need a little boost in your high chest or your mix, like find the emotion in it and let that drive your voice. It doesn't have to be so technical all the time. Be the emotion. Like, just let it come out of you. Even if you're acting it, you still have to do a certain amount of allowing in order for that note to come out fully and naturally, because otherwise you're just hitting a note, you know, and that's not why we sing, just to hit notes. We sing to tell stories. We sing to express ourselves. We sing to relate to other people. We sing to connect. We sing to work our own shit out, you know? So if you're holding back emotions because you're not sure about the technicality, flip it, see what happens. Go to the emotion first. See if that will get you to the technical thing that you're trying to do. And that is my very short TED Talk for today. Go be grateful for your voice. Remind yourself to not focus on the bad things first. Give yourself a compliment sandwich. If you know what that is. Good first, then constructive, then another good. I know you can do it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You too, if you are taking care of yourself, and we'll chat very soon. If all goes well, I am doing a big training on the 25th. Theoretically, it's not very far from now, so I might change that date later on, but hold it if you can. It's a Saturday. I'm doing a free training for anybody who's here. It's going to be good, and it's going to possibly give you some insight onto how I work. And if that is exciting to you, there will be a way to work with me at the end of that is hopefully easier and more accessible for you. So that's what's coming. And I'm getting ready to graduate into the Vocal Magic group, which is so exciting, in a month or so. And starting the new iteration of Vocal Magic very soon. All right, love you all. I'll see you very soon. Have a lovely day. Happy singing.